Assalamu alaikum students. Welcome back to the English online class. Today we shall proceed with the third poem, I'm Every Woman, written by Rakhi Narayani Shirk. The main theme of this poem talks about the multifaceted nature of women. And also this poem highlights the modern woman, how she is resolute, how she is strong and brave, and how she is best in all her careers. Let's see about the author of this poem, Rakhi Narayani Shirk. She is an academician with a passion for writing poems as a medium of self-expression. She is a postgraduate with a bachelor's degree in education. She graduated from Jai Hind College, Mumbai and lives in Navi Mumbai. She is a teacher at Rayon International School at Raigad, Maharashtra, India. Children, let's proceed with the glossary of this poem. The first one is persistence, which means dedication. Next one, sighs, which means murmur or doing some actions in silent. Third one, groans. Groans means sound to convey pain or sound to convey some pleasure. The next one is moans. Moans means cry or sobbing. The next one is mess. Mess means problems or some confusions. Spare. Spare means occupied. The next one, prankster, which means mischievous behaving. Moving on to the next synonym, resolute. Resolute means determined, strong. The next one, persistent, adamant, sticking with the same matter strongly, that is called adamant. The next one, stake. Stake means competition or bet. So these are the synonyms. Please make a note of it. So before entering into the explanation part of the poem, let me read out the entire poem for you once. Here we go. I'm every woman. A woman is beauty innate, a symbol of power and strength. She puts her life at stake. She is real. She is not fake. The summer of life she is ready to see in spring. She says, spring will come again, my dear. Let me care for the ones who are near. She is the woman. She has no fear. Proceeding with the third stanza. Strong is she in her faith and beliefs. Persistence is the key to everything, says she. Despite the signs and groans and moans, she's strong in her faith, firm in her belief. She is a lioness, don't mess with her. She'll not spare you if you are a prankster. Don't ever try to soar her pride, her self-respect. She knows how to thaw you, saw you, so beware. She's today's woman dear. Love her, respect her, keep her near. Let's move on to the explanation part. A woman is beauty innate, a symbol of power and strength. As I said you already, this poem talks about the multifaceted nature of women. Today's women are empowered, brave, strong and resolute. They are always ready to take up new ventures. A woman is born beautiful and beauty is an inborn trait for her. She is a symbol of supremacy and strength. Proceeding with the next two lines. She puts her life at stake. She's real, she's not fake. Here the word stake means risk. This line represents she takes risk in her life, for she is real and she is always genuine. Moving to the second stanza. The summer of life she is ready to see in spring. She says, spring will come again, my dear. The poet Rakhi Narayani Shirk emphasized that
the development of life a woman is ready to see in spring. She says that there will always be spring after summer, and so she cares for the ones who are near to her because she's a fearless woman. These two lines completely represents the fearless nature of a woman. Moving to the next two lines. Let me care for the ones who are near. She is the woman, she has no fear. So as already discussed, women always care for the one who are near to her, and she always has no fear on anybody because she is basically strong and brave. The next two lines. Strong is she in her faith and beliefs. Persistence is the key to everything. She symbolizes power and strength. The poet says that the woman plays a vital role in different fields with great persistence. The word persistence means determination. In spite of all the outbreaks, cries, and laments, she is strong in her hope and firm in her trust. Says she, despite the sighs and groans and moans, she is strong in her faith, firm in her belief. Since woman is very strong in her nature and prepare herself for the future, she is very firm in her belief and faith, and hence she is capable of driving away brickbats and kickbacks. Her persistence will always be a key to cross over groans and moans. As I already said, groans and moans means complaints and griefs. Moving to the next stanza. She is a lioness, don't mess with her. She'll not spare you if you are a prankster. In this poem, the poetess compares a woman to a lioness. That is, the poetess wants the male dominant society to be aware of her nature. It is a great threat that if we misuse or tease a woman, she will become ferocious. So she is compared to a lioness. She is a lioness, brave and daring, and one should not muddle with her. Moving to the next two lines of the poem. Don't ever try to sow her pride, her self-respect. She knows how to thaw you, saw you, so beware. Women are generally fearless. They are calm and quiet. But if you try to mess with her, she will not let you to destroy, and she will fight back as women got fire within. Women knows very well how to treat bad people. So respect and give love and not hatred. The last stanza. She is today's woman dear. Love her, respect her, keep her near. Here the poetess say that one should beware of such a woman, for she would not only thaw you but also saw you, for she is the modern day woman, the woman of the present. Therefore, she should be loved, respected, and kept at close quarters. Hence, the poetess concludes that today's women are bold and smart, ready to take up new ventures and achieve the goals. Children, now let's learn the figure of speech of this poem. Let's have a small recap with the figure of speech. As we have already discussed, we are going to see the definition as well as the example of these figure of speeches. First one, simile. Simile is comparison of two things using the word like or as. So here in this poem we are not going to use simile because we don't have the figure of speech simile here. The next one, personification. So in this poem we don't have personification, even though I would like to tell you the definition. So giving human characteristics to an object is called a personification. So human characteristics to an inanimate object or animals is called personification. Moving to the third one, alliteration. Alliteration is nothing but the repetition of the beginning sound of words, consonant words. like 7 snakes slithered slyly are the alliteration. Moving to the metaphor, comparison of two things, saying that one thing is like another thing. So without using like or as, if you compare two things, then it is metaphor. Here this room is an oven, so here the room is compared to a oven, so it is very hot, so it is metaphor. Next we shall proceed with the alliteration and metaphor used in this poem. So what is meant by alliteration? Once again I shall repeat you. It's a repetition of consonant sound in successive or nearby words. So here symbol, strength, says, spring, saw, so, faith, firm, she's, says, she, her or the alliteration. Just please have a look at the poem, memory poem. You'll get to know what is an alliteration. Yes children, so here are the alliteration which is given in the pink letters. Symbol strength, she's, she says spring, she's she. Again, she's strong, faith firm, ff are the consonant sounds repeated in a line. Then yes, that's it. Even you have many in the successive lines like she's, spare, you, your. Third line, saw, self-respect, she, saw, so, beware, so. Then today's, women, her are the alliteration. Next, proceeding with metaphor. So as we already discussed, metaphor is a hidden comparison without like or as. A woman is beauty innate. She is a lioness. So here a woman is compared to a innate beauty and she is compared to a lioness. Next, internal rhyme. This is also not that much important, but still I would like to discuss that. Internal rhyme is a rhyme that occurs within a single line. So in a single line you'll have a rhyming words like despite the sighs and groans and moans. Groans and moans are the internal rhyme here. Groans, moans, repeated with the same rhyming words. And then moving to the rhyming words, stake, fake, her, prankster, near, fear are the rhyming words. Moving to the rhyme scheme, the first stanza has EAB, CC. Second stanza has ABBB. Third stanza ABCD. Fourth stanza AABC. Fifth lines AA. So come on, let's see what all the rhyming scheme and rhyming words. Innate is different, so A. Strength is different, B. Stake, fake are same, C, C. Second stanza, spring, A, dear, B, near, B, fear, B. So A, B, B, B. Let's discuss the rhyming words. Stake, fake, near, fear are the rhyming words. Next, the rhyming words are her, prankster, dear, near. And rhyming scheme in the third stanza is belief, ye, she, be, moan, see, belief, ye, B, C, ye. So please check out this. In the fourth stanza, the rhyming scheme are her, A, prankster, A, respect, B, beware, C. So A, B, C. In the last two lines, dear, near, A are the rhyming scheme. So children, please have a glance. These are the rhyming words and rhyming scheme of this poem. So children, in your public exam, you'll be having 5 marks for the figure of speech, that is poetic device, in the question number 35. Here it is. Pick out the rhyming words. So what are the rhyming words? Stake, fake are the rhyming words. Write the rhyme scheme of the stanza. Innate A, strength B, stake, fake CC, A, B, CC. Find out the figure of speech, metaphor. Why it is metaphor? Because a woman is compared to an innate beauty. Fourth one, the alliterating words. What are the alliterating words? Symbol, strength. And also you can add she, stake, she's as the alliterating words. Any one is enough. So children, here we have got so many metaphors. persistence is the key to everything. So persistence means determination. So determination is the only key for the success. So it is compared to the key of success. Persistence is compared to the key of success. So it is metaphor. Moving to the second one, she is a lioness. So women is compared to a lioness. So it is metaphor. And the third one, the summer of life, she is ready to see in spring. So here the summer of life is nothing but the struggle, and she would like to see in the spring means she would like to struggle in the summer and would like to see the prosperity in the season of spring. Hence this line represents metaphor. Let's proceed with the fourth one. Spring will come again, my dear. Here spring means the prosperity. So if you live with patience and determination, spring will come again, she says. Okay? So spring is compared to a life of prosperity. So it is metaphor. Fifth one, she is today's women dear. So this line, the figure of speech is apostrophe. It is nothing but, you can see the symbols, apostrophe symbols. So it is called apostrophe. The figure of speech is apostrophe. That's all for today. I hope you have enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching.